Below Deck Sailing Yacht guest Erica Rose does not ship Gary King and Daisy Kelliher. In fact, Rose, who appeared on BDSY Season 2 and came back for a second charter on Monday night's episode, exclusively tells Page 6 that she thinks King is too good for two-faced Kelliher. Gary could do so much better, says Rose, 37, who maintained a friendly relationship with the handsome first mate in between seasons. All the girls on the boat were interested in him, even my friends. Gary's a really great guy and Daisy is just not a really great person. She's actually really two-faced. Rose, who reality TV fans may recognize from her explosive stint on The Bachelor Season 9 in 2006 and subsequent spin-offs, tells Page 6 that she believes Kelliher, 34, only hooked up with King, 33, to get a rise out of co-star and third stool Ashley Marty. You could just tell she really loved watching Ashley get jealous, and I truly think that's part of the reason she decided to hook up with Gary, says the Texas-based attorney. Ashley told me that she was into Gary before he even kissed Daisy, so it seems like that was part of her motivation to go after Gary. She didn't want Ashley to have that type of attention. She likes being the queen of the boat. Rose says that she finds Kelliher to be really desperate for any kind of attention and suspects that her pursuit of King was also for ratings and to be relevant on the reality show. Gary and Daisy are just two very different people, she says. Gary is not a fame whore. Rose says King had pure intentions while exploring a romance with Kelliher. Still, the Bachelor Nation alum surmises that Kelliher was nothing more than a rebound for King after his relationship with Ali Doré fizzled out last season. When I got on the boat, I asked Gary, "Oh, are you interested in any of the girls?" And he's like, "You know what? I'm still really heartbroken over Ali," she claims of a conversation that didn't air. Rose feels as though King became intimate with Kelliher simply because of her proximity to Doré, her best friend and Pita Party podcast co-host. These days, Doré is happily coupled up with boyfriend Benny Thompson, with whom she shares 6-month-old son River. "I could tell he really loved Ali last season and he was vulnerable and admitted that he couldn't commit to a new relationship because he was really heartbroken over her," Rose says. And he knows that Daisy's one of her close friends, so maybe he felt like hooking up with her would bring him closer to Ali. For their part, Kelliher and King, who share a steamy hot tub makeup session later this season, explained their dynamic while chatting with Page 6 last month. "We kind of hate each other, but we love each other," Kelliher said at the time. "So sometimes you're a bit like, oh, well, maybe we should just make out. And afterwards you're like, oh, no, we should never do that again. So it was complicated for us. I think it was all a bit of a roller coaster." Added King, "I think Daisy and I've always had this like underlying thing for each other. Maybe that's just from my part, I don't know." But Rose warns King to stay away from Kelliher as the lawyer says she's been burned by the Bravo celebrity herself. Despite Kelliher calling Rose's return to BDSY the worst news ever, Rose is infamous for her exacting standards. The latter TV personality claims that the women remained close over social media after her first on-camera voyage. I was on season 2 with a group of my girlfriends. We left them the biggest tip of the season. Not only that, Daisy kept in touch with me throughout the year on Instagram, Rose says. She would say things like, "Wow, girl, you've lost so much weight. I need to lose weight. I'm gaining weight. Help me," and things like that. Then, just weeks ago, Kelliher blocked Rose on Instagram. It was so random, Rose says. But now it's clear to me that she just didn't want me to catch anything she has been saying about me over the last few weeks. She wants to paint me as this bad guy of Below Deck, and I don't know why, but I think it's time she looked in the mirror. Below Deck Sailing Yacht airs Mondays at 8 p.m. ET on Bravo.